Just testing if everyone can hear me. Oh, good. Thank you so much. You guys are already my favorite audience. So, good afternoon, everyone. Before we start, this is a quick warning to you. This is not a neutral presentation. This is a hot experimentation presentation. If you know Hot Ones and the concept, I don't know if anyone's seen the YouTube videos where they interview celebrities. Hopefully, you'll recognize what's coming. As the session goes on, the heat rises. Each section comes with a hotter sauce and a tougher question. Each section gets a little hotter, a little more uncomfortable, and a little bit more honest. Experimentation is not just about tools. It's about confronting friction inside your organization. Today, we're going to show how Best Western tackled exactly that. Okay. So, let me introduce you to the speakers for today. First up, I'm Tom. I'm the UK director at Chameleon. Lovely to meet you all. And I'll frame the discussion around experimentation with AI. With me, I have the lovely Ecaterina.
Hello.
E-commerce manager at Best Western France. I also have Carole.
Hello,
Carole.
everyone.
I did it, didn't I? From Best Western
That's
as
okay.
well. I will let you guys introduce yourselves.
Thank you, Tom. So I'm Ecaterina, e-commerce manager at Best Western France. I lead a digital team covering UX, acquisition, SEO, and CRO. Our mission is simple. We are continuously improving our performance while delivering a seamless customer experience. And in order to do that, experimentation is key. My daily drive, pushing boundaries of e-commerce one click at a time.
So, hi, everyone. My name is Carole Portal. I'm a UX manager at Best Western France. And my role basically is to build a bridge, between what the user really needs and business growth. So I oversee UX and CRO projects.
So, a quick overview on Best Western Hotels and Resorts. For those who don't know us, it's a global network of independent hotels. We have more than 4,300 hotels all over the world in more than 100 countries. In France, we have around 330 hotels. And we have our headquarters in Phoenix, Arizona. Each hotel follows standard qualities, but keeps its independence and also its personality. The group spans 19 brands, and we cover everything from economy to luxury.
So, at Chameleon, we've been working with AI for over 10 years. With generative AI, we've rethought experimentation. Teams can now create, set up, and analyze tests simply by talking to AI. Over a year ago, we rolled out prompt-based experimentation, PBX we call it. What used to take hours or days is now testable in minutes. PBX isn't just about speed, it's a new way for marketing, product, e-commerce teams to drive results. So, with that, onto our first question. Let's start mild. We're going to eat these one at a time. They're getting hotter and hotter as we go, so wish us luck.
Here they are.
First question. Let's get a show of hands from our lovely audience, though. How many of you have experiments sitting in a backlog, waiting for development? Lovely. No surprises there. I didn't even have to tell you, to be honest. You're straight away on it. So, Ekaterina, how many experiments never even made it off that backlog because you were waiting on dev resources? How many good ideas simply stayed as ideas? And as we ease into this, this is where we taste our first sauce, P-value punch. Nice gentle start for us, hopefully. The heat will build from there.
Yeah,
Okay.
gentle one. So, too many ideas are stuck in the backlog. Of course, we have a full backlog full of them. The challenge was actually prioritization. We have a small team. We have a digital external development team. And we also have an ambitious roadmap, which left many testing tests waiting. So shifting our CRO strategy with PBX let us remove bottlenecks, align the team, and run tests faster, which gave us more time to experiment, to learn, and to impact growth. So seeing how slow the old process was, we knew we had to find a new approach on that. That's when we shifted our CRO strategy to PBX, to AI with PBX. First, we aligned the team on a new strategy, on a shared vision. Then we built a clear roadmap, even with limited resources. And in the end, finally, we integrated the right tools with Chameleon in order to boost our experimentation. So this gave us freedom to experiment more, to learn faster, and to have a real impact on growth.
Alrighty, we're turning up the heat a little for the next question. Carole, in your role, you see what customers really prefer when booking travel. Before we dive in, this is where you get to taste our next sauce, Bayesian Blast, a bit hotter than the last one. Now here's the question. What's been your most memorable I told you so moment in experimentation, where your insights were spot on and maybe a little uncomfortable for others to admit?
Oh, it's going to be tough. We have one memorable moment. It's when we were asked, to display AI-generated audio clips on our hotel detail page. And we were asked, to display just right below the hero section. And sorry, that's sticking a little bit. And these short clips where the user could play, and then you can discover the hotel, its amenities and surroundings. And we were not really confident with that test at first. And unfortunately, the results were not significant at all. And we managed to show that thanks to data. And the exit rate of the page increased by 28% for that test, which was quite huge. So we decided to stop it. But thanks to Contentsquare, we managed to prove that this test is not significant. So let's go to the first use cases we want to show you. We have the first one. I don't know if you've ever been to Paris. It might be, complicated to know in which district a hotel is located in. So we have decided, to replace the full address we have on the Hotel in Paris page with the district number. And in order to do that, we use PBX. It was really extremely convenient, because we managed to do it within 20 minutes. And we didn't need any IT resources and managed to save like £400. So that was pretty good. As you can see how we managed to do it. So we prompted in natural language. And then you just wait for the prompt to end. And then there you go. You have your tests. It was really easy and very convenient. And so it was a nice test to do, And we did it as a patch, because it is an SEO page with a lower number of sessions. So we decided, not to do an A/B test, but just a patch. So you can use it that way, So PBX is good for that. The second test we want to show you, it's the anchor link. On our backlog, we had a test that says that we can, add like anchor links just right under the hero gallery. And we launched it for two reasons. The first one is that we wanted, a smoother navigation for our users. And the second one, it's also an SXO requirement. That's why it has been prioritized in our backlog. So we decided to prioritize and launch it. And with PBX, we managed to do it within 2 hours, just prompting in natural language. And we saved almost like £500. So that was good. Yeah, here you can see a demo of what we did. You just prompt it. You can use, other GPT to help you with the prompt. So it was so convenient to do it. And we have implemented it.
Okay. So before we move on to use case number 3, Another spicy question for you, Carole.
Okay.
And another source. This time it's
Scared.
feature on fire.
Oh my god.
So, what's the most unexpected result from an experiment that changed how you think about the customer journey?
That's stronger. Okay. I have a good example, but first I have to show you something. So you can click Tom. Yeah. Can you spot the differences? Between those two cards. Anyone know? If you have your bracelet, you can, like, let's say like the variant one is the green one, and then the variant B is the red one. If you don't have it, you can. If you don't have it, you can say, okay, variant A. You can raise a hand. Who do you think it's variant A?
Let's have a raise of hands and show us your green if you think that the green
Is it this one?
was the winner. I don't know if you guys can even spot the
Can
difference.
you spot the difference? No. Oh no. Okay. That's
Very
hard.
subtle.
It's very hard
It's
to
very
see, yeah.
subtle. You want the answer? Oh, you have it?
Near the screen, right? Okay, the green.
Yes. That's the size of the decimal of the price. We make it smaller on variant B. And this is exactly, I was very skeptical with this test because it felt really subtle. You didn't even notice it. And we were wondering, is this test going to work? And it did work, We increased by 8% our average order value. So it was really amazing, and we were not expecting that. So. And the last test we want to introduce to you is the last-minute offer. So we have decided, to highlight our last-minute offer on the homepage because, we want to increase our hotel occupancy. So we have decided to display a dynamic block, very visual on the homepage. And when the user, click on the view prices, I don't know if you can see it. It's like the blue CTA. And then it goes to the rate page. You can click Tom to show what's going to happen on the next page. If you click on view prices, then you go there, on the rate page. The price, the last minute price is highlighted in yellow. So we did that with PBX. We prompted, all in natural language. And we even asked PBX to calculate automatically the discount compared to the flexible price you have just right below. Because it changed regarding the booking date of the hotel, we managed to do that with PBX within 4 hours. So it was really convenient. We saved something like £2,000, and we didn't need any IT resources for that.
Okay, lovely, thank you so much. Increasing the heat again, though, with our next spicy question and our source, variant burn. Ecaterina,
Yes,
this one's for
me.
you. If you could give me one piece of blunt advice for implementing AI-driven testing, what would it be?
Oh, okay. This one's spicier. Wait. I'm going to go short and honest on this one. So don't automate chaos, I would say. If your data and processes aren't clean enough, don't even think about automatizing it with AI because it will only amplify the mess, right? So make sure to clean the data, to clean your processes before you let AI do the heavy lifting.
So, let's focus then on the build phase of what we do with AI. So we've seen huge time savings of around 75% for simple tests and up to 95% for complex ones. In practice, it can be even more because this assumes one person both has the idea and builds the tests. With two people, you add time for briefs, iterations, availability, and at Comedian, clients who used to rely on support would wait around 10 days for a test to go live. Now, 80% are delivered within 24 hours. A massive improvement that lets teams learn much faster. Next, the ideate phase. Then configure, then the analysis phase. Of course, speeding up test creation highlights other challenges. Upstream, teams need better ideas. Downstream, we need to manage more tests overall. Bear with me, the screen doesn't have all my notes. Let's just, thank you. Cool. So now I can see the rest of my notes. Of course, speeding up test ideation, this isn't shown on the graph, but it's a real organizational impact. So yeah, I was pretty much done anyway, as it turns out. Good, thanks for bearing with me, guys. So, Ekaterina, I'd love to hear from you and your perspective on that, the impact that having all those tests running faster has had on the rest of the process.
Yeah, definitely. Well, with PBX, we are running tests two times faster. So if before we run 10 tests, now on the same time frame we can do 20. So it's really fast. The speed lets us move from idea to test to iteration really fast. And that means that the team can focus on what really matters, which is user journey. AI also automates a lot of repetitive tasks, right? So again, the teams can focus on what's really important, because with mockups that become really easy, they become tests really easily and instantly. We have a lot of ideas that we can test in the backlog, so now we can really do that. And before PBX, the tests were hand-coded. Now everything's automated. We can create tests via prompts, which makes our life really, really easier. And yeah, everything runs really fast, and it helps us a lot on a daily basis.
So to give you our secret spicy recipe for that, we actually, don't guess test. We always, analyze first. So I think that's one of the clues. We use, of course, Contentsquare for that. And we, start to structure in a different way. We use the ICE method and then prioritize. Which tests can we do with PBX? Our easiest one, and the one that require IT resources. We really, separate the tests like this, still using the ICE method, measuring what impact is going to be, what's the ease of the tests. And we have, try to implement like a test and learn approach in our team, Even if it's a failure, it doesn't matter, because we don't use IT resources. So we are, more kind of, testing faster and not scared of failure, really.
Okay. I don't know whether it's the lights shining on my face or anything, but it is getting significantly hotter with these sources. So before we close out with my last and spiciest question for you, Carole.
I'm scared.
Yeah, me too. What has been your biggest experimentation failure, and what did it teach you?
You have to taste it.
They said it was supposed to be milled, it's not. It's not milled at all. Sorry. Yeah, we definitely need that. Sorry. The biggest failure I think we have is we try to test our booking engine. At the moment, it's a vertical way, and we try to pivot it in an horizontal layout. And then we did that, and within 2 days, the booking dropped. So we stopped the test, and I think we definitely have to analyze it. Why did it fail, And of course, we use Contentsquare to analyze this. And thanks to, the session replays, we understood, okay, where are the macro friction on that? And we learned from that failure, as I told you before, even if it doesn't work, I think we are going to test it again, but in a different way.
And so to finish on the impact of PBX for Best Western France, so the real topic here is what AI creates as new challenges and opportunities for us, right? Because now we can do everything really fast, almost twice faster, as I said, for Best Western. The question becomes, becomes, should we do everything? And if so, how should we do that? In practice, AI forces you to have a really clear CRO strategy. So, I mean, this is good. Otherwise, you risk running experiments in every direction. AI also creates new challenges in terms of governance. And finally, there's the question of velocity. So, in conclusion, AI unlocks a lot of new possibilities, and really impact comes, at least for us, from really clear strategy.
Well, thank you again, Best Western, for being such a fantastic partner. And thank you to all of you for coming today. Thank you for taking the time to practice with me and do this presentation and put all the content together. Everyone, if you have any questions, feel free to come by our stand. You can taste our hot sauces. You can experience what I've just experienced. Suffer with us. Some of them aren't so bad. Some of them worse than others. Yeah, you can even take some home. Anyway, before you go, don't forget we'll also be hosting our inaugural Unite Summit London on June 10th, and in collaboration with Gain Conversion. We'll have inspiring keynotes, new product announcements, and plenty of opportunities for great conversations. You'll get to learn more about what we're doing with PBX there as well. Okay, thank you so much for paying attention today, guys. Cheers.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.